Hey students, we are so pumped that you're here with us. Let's go ahead and sing a couple songs together, but more importantly, let's get loud. It's gonna get rowdy in this place. Come on, let's sing it loud. I was searching for something I knew was there but couldn't see. I remember the moment, yes I do, when the one I was searching for found me. Cause I can't make sense of it, no getting over it, how much your love changed everything. Oh, cause I know you now, how could I go without Jesus? You're more than enough for me. Just you, let me hear it. I don't. Louder, front to back. I don't want anything else, cause I need your love, and I need your love. I need it. Come on, let's have some fun.
God, I need you like water. God, I need you like I needed to breathe. I won't take it for granted. I won't go back to how I used to be. I can't make sense of it, no getting over it, how much your love changed everything. All cause I know you now, how could I go without Jesus? You're more than enough for me.
I don't need anything else, come on, cause I need your love, I need your love. I don't want anything else, cause I need your love. Come on, let me see you jump back there, let's go. Hey, 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 hey. I need your love. All right, my favorite part, repeat after me. Cause there's just one thing I need louder. There's just one thing I need. How many? Cause there's just one thing I need. Yeah, there's just one thing I need. Yeah, I don't need anything else. Come on, let me hear you. I need. I don't want anything else. I need your love. 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 Yeah. Can we make some noise, students? Come on. Woo!
Hands up! You guys know it. Sing it out. Come on. Your favor waits within the future. My dreams are small compared to yours. Why should I worry about tomorrow when I know that all I gotta do is trust you, Lord? We sing every little thing. Come on, hands up. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Come on. Every little thing's gonna be just fine. Whether I can see it now, I know you will work it out for good. Every little thing, everything will be hands up. Sing behind the scenes and in the details. You planned the perfect way for me. Thank you, God. Why would I dwell upon the roads and certainties when all I gotta do trust in him tonight? Come on, we sing. Whether I can see it now. Shout it. Every little thing, everything will be alright. Come on, hands up. Sing whether I can see it, whether I can see it now. I know you will work it out for good. He will work it out for good. Every little thing, everything will be alright. Students.
Woo! You guys sound great tonight. You can head back to your seats. It is so good to have you here. If I haven't met you before, my name is Ron. I'm one of the high school pastors here on the Peoria campus, and we are pumped that you are here. Hey, last week we started a brand new series called How to Relationship, and Dustin kicked us off talking about our families and specifically relationships with our parents. It was a great discussion. I heard awesome things that you guys talked about in your group time. Tonight, we are going to continue that series talking about friendships. Hey, friendships are important, right? Yeah? Hey, I would say friendships are so important, and we're pumped to talk about that tonight. In fact, you guys want to play a friendship game? Let's do it. Hey, I got a couple dudes coming right up right here. We got Jason and Aiden. I was talking to these guys. These guys roll together. Yeah, come on, put your hands up. They're running, they're coming. They're gonna join me here on stage. And here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna find out how great of friends that they actually are. They're heading my way. One's gonna stand on this side. One's gonna stand on this side. All right, whoa, come on, man. Make some noise for these guys. Yeah. Yeah, Jason, good to have you. Aiden, good to have you. All right, here's the deal. I'm gonna ask some specific questions about each other. They are gonna write their answer on their whiteboard. Hey, here's the deal. We're not gonna judge you on your spelling either, like just the best you can do, all right? Yeah, he was worried about this. I don't even care, shorthand's fine. And then we're gonna make a decision how great of friends these guys are. You guys in? All right, let's do this thing. Here's the first question, all right? I'm gonna ask Jason this question. Jason, you're friends with Aiden. I want you to tell me when Aiden's birthday is. Don't let him see what you're writing. Aiden, you write down your birthday. You guys think they're gonna get it? No? No faith? No. If it was a couple girls, they would know everything, but you guys aren't, because it's guys, you're worried, right? All right, here's the deal. Jason, did you write it down? I want you to hold it up. Hang tight. What does it say? Let me see that thing. Let me see that. Let me see it. All right, we got April 25th, 2005. What's our answer? Aiden says no. What is it? It is. He's messing with me. Hey, put your hands together. These guys are friends. They're friends. Let's make it a little more difficult, right? Here we go. Aiden, I want you to write down Jason's middle name. If you're friends, you're going to know his middle name. All right, you write it down. Don't let him see it. No, don't let him see it. He's writing it down. All right, looking good. Aiden, what do you got? What do you got? He says Michael. Hold it up. Hold it up. He says Michael. Jason, what is it? Michael. Michael. These guys are, come on, put your hands together. These guys know each other. Do I need to make it a little bit more difficult? All right, here we go. Jason, this is going to be an awkward question. All right, it's going to be weird. Here we go. Who is Aiden's celebrity crush? Let's do that. Write it down. Aiden. This ought to work, right? I mean, do guys talk about this? I have no idea. I don't know. Let's see. All right, Jason, what do you got? Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Hold that thing up. Let him see. What does it say? Sarah what? Sarah Cameron? What do you got? He's got Sarah. Did you write it down afterwards? No. Let me see. What does he got right here? That's her real name. Oh, he wrote the real name as well. Okay, you guys haven't missed yet. You haven't missed yet. All right, let's do this. Wipe those things off. This is going to get weird. Aiden, don't let him see. No whispering. What's his current brand of deodorant that he's using? Current brand. Don't say it out loud. Write it down. You write it down. Don't let him see you. Current brand of deodorant. He doesn't know the brand. You better write it down. Hide it. Don't let him see it. Hey, are there any dudes in this room that wear Secret? Strong enough for a man, but made for a woman? I've got a great friend that does that, and it's a dude. I'm being serious. It's awesome. All right, what do you got? What do you got? He's got Axe. He's got Axe. Axe. Oh my gosh. You guys do smell good. You smell good. All right, here we go. We got another one. This might be a little more difficult. Jason, out of all seriousness, what's Aiden's greatest fear? His greatest fear. You write it down too. Don't let him see. No eye contact. These guys are trying to like look at each other. Don't look. Just write it down. What's your greatest fear? Okay. He's got it. He's got it. Jason's thinking. He's thinking. What do you got? He says loss. His greatest fear is loss. Aiden, what's your greatest fear? He says heights. Heights.
Are you serious?
You guys want to fight it out? All right, last one. All right, here's what I want you guys to do. I want both of you to write down what your and his favorite camp tribe color. Favorite camp tribe color from 2021. All right, we got it. Aiden's got it. He's got it. Jason's got it. Hold it up. What do you guys got? They got orange. 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 Woo! Hey, put your hands together for these guys. You guys are great friends. I appreciate it. Hey, catch Joe on the way out. He's got a t-shirt for you guys for being up here. Woo! Hey, here's the deal. I'm actually surprised that those guys knew those questions. Weren't you guys? No? I was surprised. Most of us dudes don't, but hey, we know the importance of friendship, and right now, we're gonna hear a message from Jake all about friendships, and we really wanna get that perspective, God's perspective, on how we interact with each other. And I'm gonna let you know, during the message, you're gonna have an opportunity to participate, to discuss with your group. So let's watch this together right now.
Hey, Rach, like, how long have we been dating?
7, 8 years. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Hey, it's been great. But hey, listen, we got to talk about something.
What?
Yeah. Listen. So, you and I together, this just isn't working anymore.
What?
Well, hey, Rach, honestly, I'm a gym guy now. Like, I started working out. I go all the time. It's changed my life. And when I look at you, I'm not even sure you work out.
Ow.
Mondays, bicep, tricep guy. Wednesday, chest day. Listen, I'm throwing weight, Rachel. Like serious weight. You wouldn't even understand. It's pretty incredible. I mean, honestly, I feel like you should have known this for a while. Like, it's everybody around us has been saying that I'm like obviously way out of your league, and so I just don't feel like this is really working anymore. Like, honestly, I feel like we probably should just be friends.
Wow, it is hot in here.
Yeah, makes sense. Guys, listen, I know it seems crazy, but I had to let her go. I had to end the relationship with Rachel. She seems great on the surface, but I think if I'm being honest, like, she was just monopolizing my time with my friends. And I think I wanted to just be in that friend space. And here's the reality of it. I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you have people in your life that they were your best friends? They were around you all the time. They hung out together. They came over to your house. And then all of a sudden, they got a boyfriend, they got a girlfriend, and they just disappear. They're gone, they've vanished. You have no idea where they are ever, and they're never around you. Then all of a sudden, listen, I don't know what it is. It could be a few weeks later, it could be a few months later, it could be a 6 months later. All of a sudden, they just like reappear back in your life, and you know exactly why they reappeared. It's because they stopped dating that person. Hey, don't be that person. Don't be that person that starts dating someone who just disappears from your friends. Because here's the truth of the matter. You will never, I mean never, you will never call your ex-girlfriend when you're 25. That's weird, you won't do it. But you probably will call your friends from high school. I have a buddy, David. He lives in Michigan. We live in Arizona now. And whenever we go back to Michigan, I still make an effort to hang out with him, even if it's just for an afternoon, even if it's just hanging out and getting a hamburger. We make that a priority, and we were friends in high school. And I think what's crazy is friends matter, and you value those relationships. And I'm not saying anything crazy here, and you know this to be true. There's something just incredibly awesome about being able to sit in a room with people that get you. They understand who you are. You can sit and literally do nothing all day long, and it's the best day of your life. It's the best day of your summer. What'd you do? Oh, no, nothing. We just hung out together. And there's something cool about being able to sit in silence with someone that you know gets you and values you and wants to be around you. There's something comforting about being around your friends, and you value those relationships. See, Jesus also valued his friends. He actually had 12 super close friends. They're called the disciples in the Bible, but maybe you don't think this, but his entire life, Jesus' life, wasn't just walking around preaching at people. He engaged in real friendship. He valued them, he respected them, and most of all, he loved them. And here's how he did it. He talks about this in the book of John. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. See, Jesus was willing to literally die for his friends. And if you fast forward a little bit, he literally did die for his friends, giving them grace. Now, am I gonna ask you specifically to literally die for your friends? Probably not. But on a sidebar, I actually feel like a lot of you would be willing to actually die for your friends. And like, it's just a moment of you being a hero. If a car was coming or a bullet was coming, I think in the moment you could convince yourself to jump in front and save your friends from harm's way. And I think in the moment, a lot of us would be willing to do that because we love our friends that much. But it's crazy that we'd be willing to do something that outrageous, but more often than not, we wouldn't be willing to actually just daily die to ourselves for our friends. Would we be willing to consistently let them pick what movie they want to watch, to let them pick the restaurant we're going to go to? Would you be willing to stick up for your friend even if you knew it was going to hurt a little? If people were talking trash about them in Instagram comments, would you be willing to hop in that space and stick up for your buddy, even though knowing doing that, you'd now be the person they would be yelling at? How willing would you be to die consistently for your buddies? I think the reality is a lot of us love the idea of our friends giving us grace. When we mess up, when we're different, when we're goofy, we just assume that they're gonna forgive us and give us grace. But how good are we at giving that grace to other people? Man, as Christ-centered difference makers, we gotta be students that show Jesus to our friends, whether they deserve it or not. And so here's what we're gonna do today, a little bit different. We're gonna show you some clips from a just incredible 90s sitcom by the name Friends. May have seen it before. And we're just gonna unpack some of the traits that these characters had in that show and kind of translate that to our own day, in our own friend circles. And we're gonna talk about how we could be Jesus practically to these type of friends. So, hey, let's just jump right into this. Check out these first clips.
Je m'appelle Claude.
Je découpe plow.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
Je m'appelle Claude.
Je te plie blue.
Huh. It's not quite what I'm saying.
Really? Sounds exactly the same to me.
It does? Really?
Yeah.
All right, let's just try it again.
Okay.
Really listen.
Got it.
Je m'appelle Claude.
Je te floop flee.
Oh, mon Dieu.
Oh, de fouf.
Man, do you guys have any friends like Joey? Like funny friends, the friends that make you laugh every single time they say something. They're silly, they're goofy, but also everybody just kind of knows that they're an idiot. Like they don't really know what's going on. They literally shut everybody else out because they only care about the next joke they're trying to make. Do you have friends like that? And I guess my question for you is if you have friends like Joey in your life, What do you think they need from you? How do you think you could be Jesus to someone that only really cares about themselves and only cares about making others laugh? What are specific things you could do to offer friends like that some grace? So, hey, I'm gonna give you some chances. Just talk about it in your group. Be practical.
Went to the store, sat on Santa's lap, asked him to bring my friends all kinds of crap. Said all you need is to write them a song. Now you haven't heard it yet, so don't try to sing along. No, don't sing along. Monica, Monica, have a happy Hanukkah. Saw Santa Claus, he said hello to Ross. And please tell Joey Christmas will be snowing. And Rachel and Chandler, how's England Happy holidays, everybody.
Do you have any friends like Phoebe? Friends that, man, they're trying their best. They're trying their best to be good at something. It's something they like, they really enjoy doing, and you just kind of have to like go with it. I've shared before that I like painting little plastic figures. I'm terrible at it, but I like it. But I have people in my life who are encouraging me to keep going after it, keep trying, even though it kind of sucks most of the time. And like, do you have friends that are kind of quirky, that are into things that are different and odd, that you would say are not things that you want to be into? How do you interact with them? How do you get along with people that have different interests than you have? How do you become someone who is like Jesus to your friends that want to do things that are maybe just off the beaten path, as you would say? Do you have any friends like that in your life? And what are some practical ways you could be Jesus to those friends?
Hi. Hi.
Hello?
Hi. 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 Hi.
Do you have any friends like Ross? Friends that just seem like they're always kind of down. It doesn't really matter what's going on. They always kind of find a way to just seem bummed out. And you keep them around, obviously, because they're fun when they're in a good mood, but so often they just seem kind of just like beaten down by life. And I wonder for you, if you've stopped long enough to think why. To listen to them when they speak, to look into their life and see the things that they're going through. And I'm wondering if you, as a Christ-centered difference maker, slowed down enough to ask good questions, to listen well, if you could be someone that could really be just a beacon of hope to people in your friend group that are kind of like Ross. So, hey, take a few minutes and see if you can think of some spaces where you could be Jesus to people like Ross.
Are we greeting each other this way now? Because I like that.
Look! I cleaned! I did the windows, I did the floors. I even used all those attachments on the vacuum, except for that little round one with the bristles. I don't know what that's for.
Oh, yeah, nobody knows, and we're not supposed to ask.
Oh, what do you think?
Very clean.
Great, really, it looks great.
Very clean.
Oh, I see you moved the green ottoman. How did that happen? I don't know. I thought it looked better there. And also it's an extra cedar on the coffee table. Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what? Just for fun, let's see what it looked like in the old spot. Just to compare. Let's see. Ha! Well, it looks good there too. Let's just leave it there for a while.
Can't believe you tried to move the green ottoman.
Thank God you didn't try to fan out the magazines. I mean, she'll scratch your eyes right out.
Do you have any people like Monica in your life? People that have to have everything the exact right way. And if you try to adjust their view on life, they get super mad and bogged down and just kind of run you over until they put everything back in the line that they wanted it to be in. Sometimes those people are super hard to be around, but the reality is it's actually great to have some people like that around you because they get things done. They know how to accomplish things. And if you surround yourself with people who are like that, oftentimes you could be a little bit better at doing things. But man, sometimes it's tough to be Jesus to them. How do you show them grace even though they're so just direct all the time? How do you show them love when they want things a certain way and they get frustrated when you try to tweak things just a little bit? In your groups right now, why don't you share a few ways that you think you could be Jesus to someone like Monica? Man, I'll be honest with you guys. I think in reality, you can look at those last 4 clips and those last 4 discussions, and if you're not careful, that could become super stereotypy. You can look at someone one way and treat them differently, and that's not at all what I'm asking you to do. What I'm asking you to do is realize and look around that people are different. Man, people like different things. People behave differently, and if you want to be more like Jesus, I think you have to be someone that slows down enough to notice that. To notice what makes your friends tick. They don't all do the same things. They're not all wired the same way. How willing are you to slow down and stop thinking about yourself, but to actually think about your friends? And I think if we did that, we could be Christ-centered difference makers that really grew the groups that we were a part of, because people would want to be a part of those groups. We often are so good at expecting grace for ourselves. Man, we're all weird, we're all a little goofy, and we expect others to give us grace, to be willing to deal with our quirks and deal with us on a bad day, deal with us when we're sad or angry or frustrated. We expect grace from others. But man, if you're at all like me, man, I think sometimes I'm really slow to give that grace away. What if we were students that were a little bit more like Jesus? Willing to give grace away freely to our friends, even when they behaved in a way that was differently than we thought they should be behaving, even when they acted a little goofy, even when they were into hobbies that were weird and didn't make any sense, even if they were super type A crazy. Can we be Christ-centered difference makers that gave grace to our friends on a consistent basis?
Hey, what a great message. We can clap for that. That was great. Hey, great job tonight, you guys. Just singing at the top of your lungs, having an incredible discussion during the message. I don't know about you, but I want to excel in my friendships, just being Jesus to those people. And I just love that we are challenged to do that. And I know that we're going to leave this place and execute well. Hey, a couple things I have for you. If you're looking for some next steps to take in your faith, one thing that we have going that's perfect for you is we have a Bible study for high school students that's happening right here on campus Sundays from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. I just want to encourage you to jump in on that. We have some incredible upperclassmen, some seniors who are stepping up and leading that. It started today. It's over in Building 3000, the kids' building over there, upstairs in the 3rd and 4th grade room. I just want to challenge you, man. Show up next week, jump into that thing, and just get into the Word and just grow in your faith. We're excited about that. Another cool thing that I want you to have on your radar is our Mexico mission trip is coming up January 2022, MLK weekend. We're going to start getting some information to you on that. Here's the deal. We're planning on bringing 400 people to that. You guys pumped? I think it's going to be awesome. We're going to get some information to you over the next couple weeks when that comes out. Jump on that thing, sign up, and let's do this thing together. Hey, the last thing I have for you, tonight is the kickoff, which means all of us together are going to do an incredible event. Right after service, we're going to walk out of here. We're not going to groups. We're heading straight over to Building 4000, right on the other side of the grill area, and we are going to play a game of ultimate or extreme bingo. It's gonna be awesome. Here's the deal. I see people, yeah! I promise you, you do not wanna go just hang out outside somewhere. You're gonna wanna head over. Here's what we got for you. We've got Harkins popcorn for you. Harkins popcorn. We also have upped it. You guys know who JJ Falley is, one of our coaches, right? Yeah? Yeah, we got some JJ. We have incorporated something that we're calling the JJ Challenge in our bingo. You do not want to miss it. I'm telling you, once I leave this stage, everyone, let's head straight over to 4000 and let's have some fun together. You could have the opportunity to win some awesome gifts. See you over there.